Okay, so I'm getting ready to watch episode 20 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. And in episode 19, we saw exactly what Mustang was capable of in that battle against Lust when he really showed the power of the Flame Alchemist. And we also had this unexpected appearance of Edward's father back in Ressin Bull. And I don't know where that's going to go, but I figure there's going to be some friction between those two. I'm really curious about that. Also, we haven't really checked in with Scar in a while, so maybe in this episode we'll check in with Scar and with the little girl and the even smaller panda bear and the guy with the pointy mustache. Kind of curious what they've been up to this whole time. So there's a lot of different directions this episode could go, but I think what I'm most curious about is Edward's father and what's going to happen there in Ressin Bull. So let's get into it. Kabishite ta no shita. No chizu ikutsumo no yume ga nijinde ita. Chupoke na boku no kono hahaba demo. Whew, not as easy as I thought. Kana. Kitsutsita kokoro sukashita yuni. Wow, that's a big word. Amatsu Butachi ga? Yeah, I gotta practice that one. Hikari kusashite. Tsugi mama dokome demo sukunukeru. Yeah, a little bit of time. Baby steps. Next thing you know, I'll be a big star singing these songs. All right, so we're right back with Edward's father here at Ressin Bull. Oh, his father said he's gotten bigger. At least he didn't say he was still small, right? Oh, and he's heard a little bit about human transmutation. Was that Grandma that he heard from? Has he been talking to Granny? Oh, yeah, Edward's not happy to see him back in Ressin Bull. Oh, he just mentioned in the fact that Edward burned his house down. But yeah, I totally get where Edward's coming from burning that house down. Oh, what's his father saying? Oh, he's saying it wasn't a sign of strength, but more like a sign of weakness. You didn't want to look at it. You didn't want to have those unpleasant memories. I'm already thinking I don't like his dad that much, but, you know, come on. Of course I don't like his dad that much. Oh, wow, that's condescending. He just compared him to a kid who wet the bed and hides under the sheets, saying he just ran away from it. I don't like this manipulation I'm feeling here from Edward's dad. Oh, man. Yeah, this is going down about the way I thought. Some kind of inevitable confrontation. Father Before the Grave is the name of the episode. That's a pretty interesting name. I mean, he saw his father in front of that grave, but maybe there's more to it. Maybe his father's going to fake his own death this episode or something. Oh, we see like baby toddler versions of Edward and Alphonse. That was cute. And his father with that very sinister ponytail standing over him there. They do have similar hair. Gotta give him that. Interesting. He's like getting ready to kind of touch his son and decided not to. Oh, and it looks like Edward wasn't asleep during all that. The dog's a good judge of character. The dog doesn't like Edward's dad. Oh, yeah, she's noticing that it seems like he doesn't age. Would that maybe be a little suspicious to Granny? She definitely wants to know why he was staying gone so long. Yeah, Granny, don't let him off easy. Something tells me maybe Winry gets a little bit of her fiery streak from her grandmother. I'm assuming that's her grandmother. Oh, he's asking if they actually did bring their mom back. But, yeah, we know it was some kind of creature, monstrous-looking abomination. But it seems like they've gotten their father's attention because I think Edward managed to do something his father's never done. And maybe his dad wants to use Edward to learn a little bit from him. Perhaps his father's never even spoken to truth before. I don't know. Oh, wow. So now it's like suddenly the insinuation that what they created wasn't their mom at all. Oh, I guess Ling is still super curious about how the blood seal and everything works with Alphonse. The fact he doesn't have to eat or sleep. But oh my goodness, he's all bandaged up from that fight. And as far as I know, the only person who can really repair Alphonse is Edward. At least that's all I've seen so far. But yeah, he's talking about what he learned from Chopper. You can't put your soul into another body. It can only go back into your own body, and if his own body's all decomposed, well, that's no good. Yeah, so Winry understands this is very time dependent, but it's been a few years, right? Like his body's got to be in bad shape. Oh, wow. Yeah, sounds like Ling is trying to tell him he's got it better off his armor, which is kind of what Barry seemed to think. You know, Barry seemed to prefer his armor form to what was left of his old human form. But Winry doesn't like that. She wants her friend Alphonse to have what he wants, which is his old body back. Well, I hope the best for Alphonse. But man, Winry's awfully upset by the things that Ling said. She really cares strongly for her friends, even though, you know, she also doesn't hesitate to hit him in the head with a wrench either. Oh, I like Alphonse's insight here. He's like, I never get upset at the right time. You guys get mad before I do. I love the kind of innocence. Is that the right word for Alphonse there? Or is it more just like authenticity with Alphonse? It's like, of all the characters, he seems the most human, if I can kind of borrow a cheesy cliche from Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Yeah, we're showing Winry awfully worried about him getting his body back. And they're playing this like mandolin music, a little bit of a Godfather feel to it, really effective for atmosphere. Oh, here we see Edward battling with truth, so to speak, to get Alphonse back. Oh, yeah, Truth saying, no way, you alchemist. Oh, he's just having a very bad dream. He's seeing Show Tucker and the poor, ill-fated daughter dog. Man, that's sad. Yeah, this is all just a bad dream. Oh, man. Oh, is that his mom, that creature there at the end? Oh, what, does Granny want him to come say goodbye to his dad? I don't think Edward wants to say goodbye to him for any sort of sentimental reasons, but he might want to give him a piece of his mind before he takes off. Oh, taking a family picture, cleverly blocking the father's face out on that family picture. Interesting, isn't it? I don't think that placement was purely coincidental. Even the way that scene was framed, you don't see the father's face very much. He's given an ominous warning about something bad is going to happen in this land, and he knows something bad's going to happen because he's the bad that's going to happen. Him and his homunculi and whatever it is he's working at. Warning Granny to get the heck out of Dodge. And it looks like he's going to have no pity for her, man. That guy is pure mean, Hohenheim. Dare I say evil. I don't like to be too judgmental because sometimes you find out there's more to the story than you realize, but right now, I'm leaning towards evil on Hohenheim. Oh man, he's even like already mourning her death. He won't be able to eat her cooking anymore because he knows she's going to die if she doesn't leave. Man, that's cold, Hohenheim. I got faith that his sons will overcome him though when push comes to shove. Oh, is he going to like finish demolishing his house or build it back up? Oh, he's going to dig that thing up. The thing he's going to dig up, is it Alphonse's body or is it whatever he called back trying to resurrect his mother? Looks like he's gripping his heart. Oh, like he's getting pain in his amputated stump there as he gets closer, but he says it's because he can feel the rain, I guess like arthritis. But I was curious if there's more to it than that, returning to, quote, the scene of the crime, if you will. Here come the raindrops. I guess it's a good thing Mustang's not there. Oh, he's throwing up now. What is this? Is this like just he's so upset emotionally, or is there some kind of alchemical reaction with this area that he's around that he's digging into? Is it like causing some kind of ill side effect with him? But yeah, he's determined. He is not giving up. He's got to dig down and find something. Either what's left of the creature he called forth when he tried to resurrect his mom is what I think it is. We'll see more about it, though. And the rain's coming down hard. I don't know if you've ever tried to, like, dig a ditch or a hole in the dirt when it's raining hard. It really increases the amount of effort it takes. And Granny out there helping him. He's puking his guts up every 5 or 6 scoops. Man, this fella's determined to get to that because he is not having an easy path right here. Interesting, that sort of solemn look that Granny's given him, almost devoid of any emotion or judgment, just merely standing in witness. The rain let up. Has he finally gotten to what he was looking for? I wonder if there's some like emotional meaning to him too, that he's actually digging because, maybe he could use alchemy to displace some of the soil. We've seen him, transmutate things on the ground before. Okay, so he pulled up this hair, this piece of hair from the creature. And it's black hair. It's not chestnut hair like his mother. Now they're looking at the bones. The bones don't match up. So whatever he brought from wherever he brought it from or whatever he created, it looks like it was not his mom. In fact, Granny says it looks like it's male. Okay, now I'm intrigued. I've got yet another, riddle just eating away at the back of my mind. This is a good show because it has so many questions. You can't get bored. You're always going to be curious for that next episode, I think. And he's kind of laughing deliriously here. I think he's almost relieved that he didn't do that to his mom, that it was something else that he created, and this is that truth about a dead person can't be resurrected. It's almost like he has less guilt knowing that he didn't turn his mom into this creature and that he just created or called forth some creature. But Granny is trying to calm him down here with this delirious laughter he's having in the rain. Oh, yeah, talking about the symbol of despair ever since then. But now he has hope? That's interesting. I'm looking to see, how he explores this. Oh, wow! He really thinks he can return Al to normal based on this. I'm not following that thought process, but I'm listening. I'm intrigued. Back at the grave site there, the tombstone. Oh, it's Miss Curtis. She got a call from Ed. I wonder what they're talking about. I really like his teacher. She's one of my favorite, background characters so far. I really like her in a lot of ways. The passing housewife. And her husband, the great big old butcher guy. Oh, talking about her baby here. That wasn't actually her baby. That's what he's going to share the relief. Yes. So I do think she's going to feel a little bit of that relief too, maybe. Yeah, is she going to go check her own remains, her baby's remains, to look into it? This is a great development. I'm glad they pulled Miss Curtis back into it. Oh, there's Winry's parents. Oh, it's nice. I kind of forget that Granny is their mother. So when he's bringing back good news about how they helped those folks during the Ishval War, that lets her be proud of her children, I'm so happy that he got that for her. Is Granny going to tell him about the warning? Oh, what is this? Granny has a message for Hohenheim? Trisha's last words, and she forgot to tell him? Oh, I want to hear what she wanted Granny to tell him. Oh, I couldn't keep my promise. Oh, man. I guess she promised not to die before him? I don't know. What is this promise? Is he gonna... He doesn't want to have to tell his dad anything. Granny seems to think the dad really loves him. I have to trust Granny's wisdom. She's been around longer than me, but I'm not sure I agree with her on that. At least we're going to get a nice little reunion between Al and Ed. Maybe Ed can fix Al's broken mechanisms, the broken pieces of his armor. Whoa, he just lost his marbles here. Because he sees all the damage that poor Alphonse had while he was gone. He doesn't like Ling. And he doesn't like the ninja bodyguard girl either. Oh, man. I love seeing Edward in full lose your marbles mode. Oh, wow. Al's filling him up on that massive, massive battle they had and what he's learned about the incompatibility of the soul with another body. But yeah, good. Edward's fixing him up. Good as new, Alphonse. Good as new. Oh, Winry wants Winry wants some encouragement from Edward that there's hope for Al returning to, his human form. But I don't know. Oh, he's going to let Al know that wasn't their mom that they transmuted to. I wonder how Al will handle that. Al seems to handle things far less excitedly than Edward does. He seems to be a little more calm. Okay. Can't really read Al's facial expression so well, can you? I don't know if he's disturbed by finding this out or relieved. Okay, so explain. Edward's going to explain why he's convinced Al can return to normal. Oh, but before he can get into that, something's going to come up to interrupt him. Oh, he's calling up a little argument between Al and Edward about marrying Winry. Now he's confronting Winry because she wouldn't agree to marry Al when they were little kids. Uh-oh. She doesn't like men shorter than her. Good. We got the obligatory short joke for this episode, and the tears just pouring out of Edward's face. That was worth it. Okay, so Al knew something Edward doesn't. Oh, so Edward doesn't remember that at all? Oh, okay, that means that Edward wasn't there when it happened, so he couldn't have created that memory. Good, because he was probably a little worried about that too. Oh, because his body is on the other side of the doorway in the void with truth, so maybe it's not decomposed. Just like Barry the Chopper's body. Only it's maybe not decomposed because it's in the void. Okay, I'm liking this. I didn't even think about this possibility. His body might be in tip-top shape. Better than if he'd been living in it all this time. Oh, man. That's some good relief and some encouragement for everybody. I did want to see a little more conflict with his father, though. His dad just showed up, behaved weirdly, said something ominous, and went away. Oh, wow. So Al felt like his soul was inside that creature they thought was their mom, and it got rejected or something? Oh, man, this is getting deeper and deeper. I'm loving this. Oh, Izumi called back. I bet she investigated the corpse of what she thought was her baby. Oh, interesting. So she did like some genealogy, and because of tracking the genealogy and her understanding of genetics and inheritance, she found out that corpse could not have been her biological child. I love it. Okay, so it's not that they did it wrong, it's that it can't be done. Oh, that was so nice. She said thanks to Edward for like unburdening her soul with this information. Man, that's so satisfying. Probably because I like Izumi Curtis so much, but so satisfying. I love it. I don't feel like Alphonse is feeling as hopeful about everything as Edward is, though. Oh, Al's been blaming himself, and now can he let go of that? Oh, man, maybe some burden's going to be lifted off of Al's soul here, too. This is nice. I need a little encouragement, a little refreshment. Yes, another thank you from Al. Everything's coming up Edward now. You know, this is great. Other than he didn't get a chance to strangle his father like I would have liked. Oh, man, this is a touching moment between the Curtises. Oh, that's so nice. Man, her husband's a big old fella, though. And, you know, nice that Al is saying, I'm not going to let you carry all the blame on your own, Edward. Edward really does like to blame himself a lot. But you know, when you put all the blame on yourself, you're discounting the judgment and abilities of those around you, too. So it's kind of, you know, you've got to let them share the blame in a way. And it's nice that he's there for his brother. It's kind of the only person that's really been there for Edward. Well, Winry, too, and Granny. Okay. So he's talking about the homunculi. Oh, wow. Everybody treated him as human, even though he's in this blood-sealed armor. So is Al, like, maybe agreeing a little bit with Ling that there's some pluses to being in this form? Maybe he's seeing it as much of a blessing as it is a curse, but he said he just can't take it. I can understand, Al. I'm not judging you. Yeah, never sleeping. Anybody who's struggled with insomnia, like never ever sleeping and being so lonely at night. Gosh, he's just plucked at my heartstrings with the biggest reason he wants to be human is so he can sleep again. Oh my goodness, I feel like I would walk to the moon and back if I could help Alphonse get back to sleeping again and to be happy. Man, it helps that they've got this growing emotional orchestral cinematic music going on here. It's kind of come to a crescendo, a slow crescendo. Oh, she's suddenly noticing that Edward's shoulders are a little bit more broad? Is she maybe thinking he's kind of cute all of a sudden? This was a good episode. It was a little bit more uplifting. I mean, we did get this ominous warning to Granny that bad things were coming and she ought to leave town. And, you know, Hohenheim didn't show any kind of remorse for the fact he was going to kill her and not be able to eat her food anymore or whatever. But overall, kind of uplifting, seeing everybody together to want to help Alphonse, seeing Azumi Curtis get some burden off of her shoulders, Edward and Al getting a little burden off their own shoulders. Seeing Winry maybe have a little appreciation for Edward she didn't have before. Something tells me that in the fandom there was a whole lot of Winry and Edward shipping going on. Probably, maybe will play out in the story. We'll just have to wait and see. But it's good fun. Good fun. Didn't have quite the level of action we had in 19. But it's a good time. I can't wait to watch the next episode. I'm proud of you for watching anime, and I'll talk to you again soon.
Just want to say a big thank you to everybody who supports the channel on Patreon. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And if you think you might be in a position to help the channel and you want to check out what's going on in Patreon, well, there's a link in the video description.